Hello everyone, my name is Altar and welcome back to Let's Play Iwar 2. Off screen, I've been a very naughty boy. I've been flying the Iwar Corvette. Well, I still prefer the agility of the Patcom, but the Iwar Corvette, well, yeah, well, if it's properly equipped, which it is now, yeah, it packs a punch. And, well, due to some piracy, not even that much to be honest, just got really lucky. I've got 3 neutron PPCs and a cutting beam as my main weapons, and both turret fighters have been equipped with neutron PPCs. I omitted a rocket launcher, or missile launcher I should say. I don't use missiles, the AI squanders them, so missiles are just a thing of the past. The only thing I really want now is advanced thrusters, but I can live without those. We have 2 mails, of which we're going to read the first. This is like a bookwork, and this isn't. This is a mission offer, actually. Here we go. Kyle, we have worrying news. The word is that a large Navy fleet from the core system is massing somewhere in the Gagran cluster. I've been worried for some time that the Navy might mobilize against us. If they do, our little rebellion will be over. I need you to keep an eye on the situation without raising suspicion. I would like you to try and establish the location of any fleet and report back. Currently, we do not know the exact location, so it's imperative that we find out. However, our sources have hinted that a naval communication facility in the Oven star system is seeing a lot more activity than usual. We have managed to obtain a legitimate IFF transponder from a corporate repair vessel. If you use the identity beacon, you should be able to travel in the Gagran cluster without suspicion. This disguise should allow you to get near to any Navy fleet. If you are lucky, you may be able to patch into their communication stream and see if we can find out what they're up to. A low profile is essential, so for this mission you should use your tug vessel. Once you are ready, go to the rendezvous location we have sent you to meet up with a scout party who will equip you with the IFF transporter. Good luck, Franklin Hoffer. The tug. Ooh. I want to elaborate on picking the heavy corvette after me dissing that ship. Well, I shouldn't have done that. Pretty much. It's a nice ship. I still prefer the Patcom, the Patcom's handling, but well, the amount of firepower you can stick on it is just ludicrous. So yeah, it's nice. Anyway. Like I said, I'm not gonna read the second mail, so you keep blinking, communication button. You just keep blinking. I'm gonna switch over to the tug. And, yeah, change the loadout a little. And a few turret fighters, which can use missiles. I'm cool with that. And, neutron PVC. Yeah, they should really be fine. Alright then, off we go. Okay, we're in space, and now we need to find ourselves the scout party. There we go.
Johnston, I believe. You're here to pick up this IFF?
Yes, I'll take it now.
Okay. Dock with me and I'll set it up.
The Red Baron. Very infamous World War I pilot. Or famous, whatever you prefer.
Defender Naval STC System Headquarters in the Owen Star System. You'll have to go there first to obtain a clearance code for the area. Good luck.
Thank you. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's go to Christmas L Point. This is an interstellar point, so sees lots of traffic. It's very nice for piracy. The name is really, it is like Christmas over there. I spent 30 minutes there pirating some stuff and had like to wait for a whole hour for Jabs to pick up all the goodies. That's why I'm not showing you guys that stuff. I mean, the battles are kind of fun, but waiting around, not so much. I mean, even I run out of things to say if I'm just looking at an AI ship doing its job for an hour. Let's see, Osprey. Here we go. Alright, so next. Next up we go. Set it to Open Star, Marshall. Yep. Go! Yeah, it's moving. Unbelievable. Okay. Now we're in Owen Star. Or at Owen Star. In Owen Star just sounds weird. Really weird. Alright. That's seriously, that is the name of the system, isn't it? Yes, it is. Head towards the HQ. Let's get out of the LDSI field first, of course. Now we'll head to the HQ. Onwards, stupid tug. Let's actually switch to a weapon, just in case we need it. Hopefully we will not, but you never know. Okay, so now we should have some ships meet up with us, who are very friendly and very curious as to what the hell we're doing here.
Repair vessel Bravo 45, state your business in this area, over.
We're here to carry out maintenance on the transceiver array in this area, and we require a clearance code.
Dock with the station for identity check. Have a nice day, over.
Have a nice day.
IFF code pass. You're clear for transceiver station. Your passcode is 35 Victor Bravo 89er. Proceed to the transceiver station, over.
35VB89. That were easy. I was sure we'd be putting the boot in that station, and they deserve it. Have a nice day indeed. We can head to Fender Naval STL transceiver without having killed anyone.
He sounds disappointed. Yeah, well. There's going to be plenty of killing in the missions ahead, and perhaps even in this one. But then again, this is IWAR, so it's completely possible that we're going to be doing a lot of things without killing. It's just a name of the game. Okay, so that's the transponder. Let's go find out what it's receiving and sending. It's funny, those ships should probably contact you, but they're not. Oh well. It's not going to stop me from doing my job.
This is a restricted area.
There we go.
You must have clearance to enter.
We have clearance code 35 Victor Bravo 89er.
Very well, you can pass.
Those are the transmitters. You'll have to dock to them so we can access the data conduits.
And those transmitters are in use. The station's broadcast lights are going.
Yep. That's a pretty big hint right there. Now, are we docked? No, we're not docked. Right. Good thing. Let's see. Dock to number 1. Don't fly into it. Please. Thank you. Oh, those things are tiny.
I'll explain how these things work. Once I bring up the data conduits, we have to attach a rerouter to one of them. It's gonna be a bit hit or miss. No one other than the original engineer knows which one sends the data. We'll soon find out if we guess the wrong one.
Oh, but we're not gonna guess, Smith. We're not.
I'm bringing up the conduits now. Okay, fearless leader. Which one shall I pick?
Now, the thing is, you can actually undock here. And then things just become a lot easier. So, here's what you do. You take a look at this. See those green lights? The answer is green.
I'll be gobsmacked. It worked.
So
Well,
it did.
let's move on.
Next! Am I? Oh, goodness, no. Wrong one. There we go. Now, considering the fact that Smith is supposed to be actually doing things with that transmitter and
I'm bringing up the
overriding all
conduits
that.
now. Okay, fearless leader. Which one shall I pick?
All you have to do is press F3 twice in a row, and then you can access this camera, and then you can easily spot it as well. Pick the right
I'll
one.
be gobsmacked.
So
It
whichever way you
worked.
prefer.
Well, let's move on.
And it's that easy.
I'm bringing up the... Whoa, this must be one of those newfangled transceivers. There's 4 conduits. Well, which one shall I pick?
Well, blue.
I'll be gobsmacked. It worked. Well, let's move on.
Yes, let's do that. Last. Let's see. Now we should be able to listen in on their communications after this one. And there's probably going to be a huge base or fleet. Oh boy.
I'm bringing up the conduits now. Okay, fearless leader. Which one shall I pick?
Blue.
I'll be gobsmacked. It worked. Well, let's move on. Well, that's all of them. Let's get out of here and back to the base and see if this actually worked.
Well, my guess is it did. And yep, here we go. Let's head back to base. Save and change ships. Alright, we're back. And first things first, we save. Alright. Second thing, before I completely forget. Yeah, let's just fly the heavy corvette for a while. I think it'll also be more fair to you guys to actually have seen every ship being used properly in this LP. Alright, let's see. This one I'm going to take off. Third fighter. No, and we're going to put... Yeah, we're just going to use neutron PBCs from now on. They're the most... I think they're the most powerful one. Might be another one coming. I think there's one perhaps more powerful. But they're pretty very solid. Very nasty. Let's see if we can actually read up on it. Let's see, do we have another spare one? I don't think I do actually. I think I've got exactly 5 of them. I'd be able to trade in one extra actually. If you look at the technology entry, which I've never really used this on screen, so I'm just going to use this one time. Yeah, every PBC and turret, whatever is on here, and as you can see, we've got a neutron and antimatter PBCs are next. Neutron, very nice indeed. Now antimatter PBCs are just, yeah, well, the same but just worse for the opponents to be hit by. Okay. Now 4 messages. Goodness me. Goodness me. Alright. Well, sit back, relax, and let's do some reading. Yeah, here we go. Johnston, it seems that we have finally run up against the true power of the corporate opponents, the control of the media. Here are a few headlines from the network news feeds that we have received recently. Terrorists bring neutronium production to a standstill. Unrest continues to plague several systems in the Badlands cluster with the start of a new wave of unprovoked attacks to corporate facilities. These attacks, mainly targeted at a number of the largest neutronium production sites, are believed to be the work of a small criminal band also responsible for the increase in pirate activity in the cluster. Production at the plants has temporarily ceased, and the mask operation operators of the mines has announced that if these attacks are allowed to continue, there could be a significant rise in the price of neutronium, affecting the cost of all Starship operation throughout known space. Yeah. Propaganda bastards. Alright, the next one. Corporations take the brunt of terror campaign while police do nothing. Whoa. The recent terror campaigns conducted against corporate facilities are believed to be responsible for the infamous Marauder gangs who have plagued the Badlands cluster recently. Now we're being blamed for that? You bastards. Millions of credits, yada 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 yada. Badlands pirates hijack jump accelerator. Goodness me. This madness must be stopped now. Oh boy. The recent tide of Marauder activity that has spilled out of the Battle cluster into Formalhaut with the capture of the system jump accelerator has drawn attention to the weakness of both the Alliance Assembly and the High Command of the Navy. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not going to read this nonsense. It pisses me off actually to read this. Propaganda, even in Infiltrating, it's you know, made up for him, still annoys me. Okay, but here's what Franklin has to say on it. Clearly the media lackeys of the corporates are pulling out all the stops to depict their actions in the most negative terms. Although this rubbish does not have any effect on anyone directly involved in the conflict, it worries me that public opinion in the core system may swing central government to commit naval forces on the side of the corporations. We must tread carefully. Well, we already know they did that, because we went ahead and did a bit. Okay. This is a result of our interception of Navy communications. Kyle, that was excellent work, but I'm afraid it proved my worst fix to be correct. The tap in the Navy communications network has allowed us to establish that the Navy are mustering a large strike force in New Bavaria. Presumably they are mobilizing against us. Their plan seems to be to keep their actions under wrap until they have built up a sufficiently large attack fleet. Our estimations put the size of the fleet at several hundred ships. Oh boy. If they choose to attack us, we'll be crushed like bugs under the heel of a boot. There is no way I will lead an attack against this sort of odds. It would be suicide. I'm afraid it's time to bargain for peace while we are still in a position to negotiate. Hopefully we'll be able to pull back. At worst we can surrender and stop this becoming a massacre. I'll try and set up talks with them. Franklin Hoffer. And here's another mail from Franklin. Kyle, my sole objective now is to prevent a massacre of our forces. I have decided to negotiate a settlement with the Navy. I'm afraid that this means meeting with the Navy face to face. I plan on flying to meet them with only a small escort wing. I don't think the corporate forces will be too happy about such a meeting, and I am sure they will try and prevent it. So, this will require a little sleight of hand. We shall need a smokescreen to allow my ship through the corporate held space in one piece. To accomplish this, we want you to take a squadron of ships and make an attack on the Ozaki Mass Cluster Central HQ in Ishim. This attack should draw the corporate forces away from the area, allowing my wing to slip through. This is not going to be easy, but we have obtained a number of mass IFFs. These beacons will allow you to approach the area without being challenged. I will rendezvous with your ship immediately. Good luck, Franklin Hoffer. Last mail. Johnston, I have now information that leads to believe that the corporate manipulation of the media is much more than an attempt to manipulate public opinion, but the start of an active effort to bring the Navy into the conflict against us by political means. Yeah, we already knew that. We are still confident that the Navy wishes to remain as neutral as possible in this scenario, but they would be forced to intervene if commanded to do so by the Alliance Senate. And I think this is where the adverse propaganda is aimed. Over the past few years the Senate has grown increasingly weak and reactionary, and they are more interested in maintaining their position than creating effective legislation. If the corporate propaganda swings public opinion against us, the Senate may force the Navy into action simply as a populist vote-winning strategy. On top of this, reports from the inner system seem to indicate that a sizable minority within the Navy are also lobbying for a remit to intervene on the side of the corporation. This majority is led by one Grand Admiral Gregor Sykes, a commander of the Earth Defense Fleet, who, according to my contacts, is a nasty piece of work, highly politicized and extremely ambitious. All this smells very, very suspicious. Call me paranoid, but perhaps our little uprising has been planned for some time, and we are just pawns in some big political game being played out in the core systems. Unfortunately, all we can really do now is bide our time and see what transpires. Speak to you soon, Franklin Hoffer. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do some negotiating then in the next video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on Let's Play iWar.